we are back. And yes, I hit the go live, Alpha. Look at me. Woohoo. I'll buy my little notes. I hit the go live. How's everybody doing this week? I know Wild Angel said it was feeling like a pretty long, lengthy week. How's your guys' week been so far? Did that make sense? Okay, I think it made sense. But let's find out who's hanging with us. And, of course, Wild Angel. Hi, everybody. We made it to Friday. Yes, Friday. It's finally here. Thank God. It's been chaos for sure. And Hope Giver says, are we there yet? Yes, I am here. Are you here? I hope you're here because we got some fun tonight. So, Alpha Cruise, let's go. I love it. Jason Cross, good to have you, buddy. Hi, I hope you're all well and sending love from the UK. I love it. Rogue Evolution is laughing at me. And Alpha says, go live. Hit the button, man. Hit the button. I hit the button. Look at me. It's going to be one of those nights. It's been kind of a crazy day, kind of a crazy week. It was weird because came in last night and I was talking with the kids, doing a little bit of gaming, and looked out the window and there's 4 inches of snow in like 2 hours. I'm like, where did this come from? It's our first real snowfall. How did that happen? What did I miss? Yeah. So it happens when you live inside all the time. And Wildy says, good job remembering him, Alpha. Yes, thank you. Somebody's got to remind me. Literally, if Wild Angel ain't here, you guys got to babysit me because I tend to forget things. Like, why am I here? What am I doing? Well, hi, I'm Jim. Who are you? So, it gets crazy. That's for sure. But let's go. And since you're not here, I got to do it. Absolutely. And thank you, Alpha, for doing that. So, guys, gals, ladies, gentlemen, small farm animals, and everybody else out there, welcome to Freaky Friday. Now, as you know, Freaky Friday, we try to bring you up to speed a little bit on the crypto that we've been doing. Then the crazy begins, because then we bring the whole family up here, and we have a new topic every single week. So, if you guys want to be a part of this great adventure, make sure to join in the drum. That's all, folks. Yeah, words are hard today. Make sure to join the Down Home Crypto Discord, where you can hang out with all these amazing people every single day in there. And the link is in the description down below. Wow, okay. I'm going to stop. 1, 2, 3. Woosah. Okay. Sometimes we just have to slow down because our brain gets going so fast, and we get so excited. But as you know, mi casa is su casa. So, leave your shoes at the door. Fix yourself a drink. Better yet, make it 2. Make them extra strong tonight. We're probably going to need them. And as always, snacks are supplied by the Idaho Candy Company. So today we've got Old Faithful and Idaho Spud Bars. Now, Idaho Candy, they've run the same candy factory right here in Boise, Idaho since 1905. Absolutely crazy. I mean, can't even imagine businesses being in there that long, and they have. So if you've never tried it, go try it. A little taste of Idaho with an Idaho Spud Bar or an Old Faithful bar. So, man, there's a whole chat going on. I'll catch up with you guys in a second. But I want to bring you up to speed in the crypto world because there's a lot of things been going on out there, guys. So first thing I want to do is I want to remind you, if you watch any of the Down Home Crypto videos I put out, make sure to tune in to the end because the first thing I want to do is give a shout out to none other than Dova and Miniman. They won the Starplug devices last week. I put this video out about 3 weeks ago. I put reminders in the Discord. I pushed that video everywhere. And you know what? There were only a few people that signed up for the giveaway. I hit it at the end of the video. All you had to do was put in Discord and your Discord ID and go over and follow Star Power Network. That was it. That's all you had to do. So congratulations to Dova and Miniman for staying till the end and winning those Star Plugs. Now, next thing. Say, oh, Wild Angel's coming back. Oh God. Am I in trouble? What did I do? It wasn't me, I swear. It was him. It was the one-armed man. Yeah, it wasn't me. Yes, thank you. Description is in the link. I appreciate that. Yeah, can't wait until I come back. What? I thought I was in trouble there for a second. I'm like, oh God, she's like coming home from work and she's going to beat me because I can't do this alone. Breathe. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you got to breathe, Jason. I get going so quick and I have so many things rattling through my brain. Like, don't forget this. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. And I end up forgetting everything. So, yeah, you got to breathe from time to time. And I want to say thanks to Rogue Evolution for gifting out 5 Down Home Crypto memberships. Thank you, Rogue. I appreciate it, brother. Love it. So, I'm trying to catch up on the comments there because, yeah, you guys are having a whole party going. I love it. I like the candy. To be honest, thanks for giving them a gift box. Absolutely, Rogue. Glad you love some Idaho candy there. And yes, when we were at Seattle Deepin Day, we took Dylan an entire box of Idaho Candy Company candy just for a taste of Idaho. We also gave one to Action Crypto, which he absolutely loved. In fact, he even got a little teary when he read the note from us. So, love you, Action. One of these days, you got to join us, brother. I keep sending you the invites. Miss Michelle, how you doing there? I signed up. I don't remember Miss Michelle, but I know I did draw the winners, and it was Dova and Miniman. So I just want to warn you guys, watch to the end, because you never know what I'm going to hide where. Things get kind of crazy. Okay, so let's dive down the crypto rabbit hole before we get going on tonight's topics. So first thing of all is I just read this, which is MetaMask adds a gas station feature for token-based transaction fees. Now, this is a huge event. If I haven't checked it out yet, I don't know a lot about it. If you do, let me know in the chat. But they're talking about paying the gas fees for all the blockchains from MetaMask utilizing USDC or USDT. Like, well, that would be great, because many of us have received a token on the Binance Smart Chain, but maybe we didn't have any BNB to exchange or do anything with it. So to collect those tokens, we actually had to buy the native token before we could collect our airdrop or whatever we got. That gets very challenging and very much a pain in the butt, as you guys know. So I want to learn more about this, and I'll do some digging into this. If you guys have more information on this, do me a favor. Share it in the Down Home Crypto Discord. Let us know, how's it work? What have you found out so far? Because I just found this like 20 minutes ago. So I definitely want to dive into more of this. Okay, so next thing, let's talk about Helium, because Helium has undergone a lot of changes, guys. Now, as we talked about last week, the HIP 138 went through, which means they will no longer be paying rewards in mobile and IoT tokens. Okay, so we knew that was coming, and so far it's working great. I haven't seen any real change in the value of what I'm earning every week. It seems pretty comparable. Just the fact I'm only earning HNT. Now, if you do have a hotspot, you may have to go in and update your Helium Builder app as well as your Helium Wallet app. Because for about 2 days, I wasn't seeing any returns. But up until I went in and manually updated those apps, I wasn't seeing them. So if you're not seeing those, definitely try updating the software for it. Excuse me. And Rook says, dude, I earned a ton more per day in hotspots. Really? Okay. So you're seeing more earnings on the HNT base versus the mobile or IoT. Man, that's great to hear. I love it. And Mission Michelle says, BNB is the worst. Yeah, I feel you there. I claim my jump task tokens every couple weeks from my crank miner. And yeah, every time it's like, man, I need some gas. So I just keep collecting the jump tokens. Eventually, I've got to exchange them over there. 4 to 8 times more per day in earnings? That seems excessive. I don't know. That's interesting. Because yeah, mine is not putting out that. I was averaging about $9-ish a day across my IoT and mobile devices. And so now I'm getting about $10 a day. So it's pretty comparable on my end. So hard to say. And Jay says, no, Ethereum is so expensive. Yeah, exactly. Jason, I don't even deal with Ethereum if I can avoid it. I still cringe every time I remember those gas fees of, $120 to transact a $10 swap. It's like, are you serious? No, thanks. I'll pass. So, let's see. Private school went from 0.27 to $4. Man, that's a huge gain. And so, who knows? Maybe they start bringing Helium cell phones. That's a lot of it. I've noticed that the Helium maps are a little more detailed. They've definitely done some nice changes to that. So it's interesting. But I want to talk to you guys about the cell phone plans. Now, the old cell phone plan they had was the $20 unlimited plan. Now, that was great. That's what I got. That's what my whole family's running. But this month they introduced 3 plans. So they got rid of the $20 a month plan and they introduced 3 entirely new ones. So I'm going to go through those real quick to let you know what's out there. So the first one is called the Zero plan. Now, Zero is very interesting because it costs $0. I'm not kidding. It's totally free. And I did sign up for one. It's going to give you 3 gigabytes of free data, 100 minutes of voice, and 300 text. And you don't have to have a credit card to sign up. You do have to do an identity verification. And you have to have an invite code from somebody running a Helium cell phone plan. Now, I'll let you know, if anybody out there is running a Helium cell phone plan, your referral link that you have is good for 3 invite codes for the free cellular plan. So be careful who you give them to, because you only got 3 to give out. If anybody wants to get one of these, reach out to me in the Discord. I've got 2 more available on my plan, and I've still got the wife's and the kids' plans that I can share, so I can definitely get you guys hooked up. But you must have an invite code to get this plan. Now, this, for me, I think this is a great feature, because I took one of my old phones, it's literally sitting here, I'll show you here, running an auto tapper. A crazy game. But now I have this phone with its own phone number sitting back here on this free plan. That means as if everybody's out of the house or my phone goes for a walk with one of the kids and I need to get a hold of somebody, I've ran into times where I didn't have a phone available because nobody has a hard line anymore, right? Well, now I do. Now I have a phone with its own phone number that can be utilized for backup emergencies, or in case something goes horribly wrong, I know there's a home phone in the house that's available. So, might be a great way if you got an old device lying around, you want to have a backup plan, good to have it, and now you can get an actual phone number with it, totally free. But, and I had the image and I lost the image, I don't know, I'll look for it later. But Helium Mobile made a post today on Twitter and it brought up a good point. One of the security problems we're having these days is with SIM swaps, where they're basically taking your SIM, copying it, and utilizing that. One thing Helium suggested is put your two-factor authentication onto a different phone with a different SIM. That way, even if your phone is SIM swapped out, if your 2FA is over on your secondary phone, then they cannot get your 2FA to access your wallets and stuff. You've actually added one more way of security. I thought that was pretty brilliant. Like, it could be troublesome if you have two phones walking around, but at the same time, that added layer of security if you have a large amount of money or you're in a lot of areas where maybe you're worried about something happening. That could be a great way to do it. Now, you could also clone your phone, not clone per se, but the data. You could copy it over to your backup phone. That way, God forbid, your primary phone gets dropped in a lake while you're out water skiing. You don't have to go through and try to recover all your accounts. You simply take your secondary phone that's running your free phone account, copy it over to a new phone when you get one, and you're up and going again. So, couple different ideas, suggestions there. And I see the chat going through. I want to make sure there's no questions I have. Yeah, Ether is dirt cheap now. I agree. BNB is the best kind of expensive. Yep. Yep. You have helium. Exactly. You do make hash. And when it runs out, see, this pain will keep a phone safe and has no SIM, etc. Yeah, there you go. And Rogue, that's a great way to do it. That way you keep things safe. And there's a lot of different practices out there. The biggest thing right now is be safe. Put backup plans for every plan you have because, man, the world is getting crazy. We don't know what's going to happen. And that's kind of what brought about tonight's topic, which is evolution or revolution. What's next? Well, we don't know. But we'll get into that in just a minute. So, the first cell phone plan is the 01. Check Discord for DM image. Got it. Thank you, Crow. Oh, thank you. Okay, I just saw it. Yes, that's the post. Thank you, Crow. The one I just told you about. I could probably bring that up and open a browser. Here you go. Let me carry this over here. So yes, this was their post where they're talking about the 2FA. Why did I sent that to Crow so I wouldn't lose it, and apparently I screwed it up. But yeah, it's an interesting backup plan. So, guys, as we're getting more connected in the digital age, make sure that your electronics are secured. Have backup plans. Make sure to separate your seed phrase. I mean, whatever you're doing, just be safe out there. Okay, so second plan. Now, this is an Air plan, and they say this is good for about 85% of the people in America. Now, the Air plan is $15 a month. It has unlimited text and calls, and it has 10 gigabytes of data. That's not bad. Now, a lot of us, if you actually start monitoring your data usage, unless you're doing some extensive downloading or gaming or stuff, 10 gigabytes of data is actually quite a bit, and especially with unlimited talk and text. So for $15, still has the capability to get earned through your walks, all that kind of stuff, but it drops the price. So that's the other one. They call that the Air plan. Now the last one, which is the Infinity plan, it says never use SIMs for any sensitive data, period. Exactly. Yes, you're right, Smiley. Never, ever do that. Because, man, that's the quickest way to have things get stolen, scammed. Yeah, it gets scary. And we've got some very brilliant people in here who are going to tell us about how these hacks and these scams happen and how to keep yourself safe. So, let's chat back over the... Let me grab a drink. You got me excited, Smiley! Alpha 2. Alpha's like, yeah! See? Man, they get all fired up. And yes, Alpha can share 10 times posts from my security friends talking about that. There you go. Literally, that's why Down Home Crypto exists, to get you connected with the people that know what's going on. That can make you aware on what's happening so you're not blindsided. Because the last thing we want is anybody to get wrecked or stolen from or false scam. Because there's a lot of scams out there. So we want to make sure you're educated and involved and you have people that are behind you, backing you, and supporting you in your amazing adventures here. So, okay, I got to stop reading the chat. I'm never going to get through this. I think can have 2 separate phones it provides on one phone if compatible. I think can have 2 separate phone providers on one phone. Yes, okay. I had to read that twice. Sorry, Miss Michelle. Some of the new phones have 2 SIM card slots available. Some are eSIMs, some are physical SIMs, some have 2 physical SIMs. Yes, you can absolutely do that. Now, I don't have a phone that does that. I don't know how that all works. But if you're familiar with that and you know the security features or benefits or risks associated, then great. I'd love to hear more about it. But I got to tell you, man, if I got 2 SIMs in the same device and one is compromised, what would stop them from compromising the other one at the same time? I don't know. That makes me nervous personally, but I really don't know the dual SIM capabilities. So we might dive into that here in a second. Okay, so the last one is the Infinity plan. Now, this is $30 a month, and it has the unlimited voice, unlimited text, and a 36 gigabytes of data. So if you're looking for something that has a lot more data on the go, then that's a great way to do it. So that's what's going on with the Helium network there. And so it's one of those, if you've got the capability or maybe you need to cut down your phone bill plan, man, at least check them out. So far, I'm happy with them. Everybody I've turned on to the Helium plan. I know Cyril has been on them for a while. Him and Rose. I know Smiley Girl's been on Helium for a while. So, hey, if it's helping you save a little bit of money or even making some money, man, give it a shot. What do you got to lose? Great thing is you can port your number over. All you need is an unlocked phone. That's it. Okay, so I got like your phones. Just can't have everything on one phone. Yeah, that's not a phone, man. For that much stuff, you need a computer for that. Okay, so like I said, big thing is the free cell phone plan. You have to have an invite code, and everyone who's running a Helium Mobile has 3 invitation codes available. It's the same referral link, but it counts them down as you go. So just be aware of that if you're spreading that out there. Okay, next one is Wingbits. Now, for a long time, guys, I've been showing you how to take your old Helium miners and turn it into a multi-mining machine with the Crank software. Now, there are up to 20 different ways in which you can mine cryptocurrency through that one Helium device. Now, one of those I told you about at the very, very beginning was called Wingbits. Now, unfortunately, with Wingbits, you can no longer... Let me take off put on jump turn. You can no longer do it with an add-on device. Sadly, that was the beta, but if you got in at the beta, got that $40 little plugin, plugged it in, great. You've been mining Wingbits since the beginning, and if you have, they're going to send you a free geosigner to go with it. So it's a $50 value, and you should be getting these in the mail any day. Now, if you didn't get started with Wingbits in the very beginning of the beta, sadly, now you have to go out and buy a dedicated miner. And their miner is $300 without GeoNet or $1,000 with. So, if you got in early at the beta, I hope you did because you saved a ton of money and you've got a nice pile of Wingbits tokens. But you should be getting your geosigner any day. Now, I will warn you, over the weekend they were working on the Crank iOS update to accommodate for the geosigner device. So what they recommend is just hook up your geosigner and wait. The Crank team will automatically update the software and get your geosigner up and running in no time. Just got to wait for it to happen. So that's the update on Wingbits. Any questions on Wingbits? Let's see. Still haven't received your Wingbits. Jason, is that on the is that the geosigner or did you actually order a Wingbits device? I'm curious on that. 3 phones in my hands. Setting up geosigner tonight, maybe. All right. Okay, so you got one too. Cool. Congratulations, Mission Michelle. Love it. It was actually really easy. I just had to break out the little ports on the back of my SenseCat miner to access the other USB. Comes with a nice little cord. Piece of cake. Says I'll buy one now. I personally really like Wingbits. I like the team. I like what they're doing. And depending on your location, because you can only have one device per hex. So you don't go out and buy yourself a device without double checking your hexes first, because you don't know if yours are available. So make sure you've done that before you start investing. Always do your own research. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody else. Do your own research and decide for yourself. Rule number 1. Okay, Jason ordered GeoNet and Wingbits dual. Okay, yes, Jason, I wanted one of those. I still want one of those because there's one hex right here in the middle of Boise that nobody's there. And I would love to get one of those devices all set up and running in that hex. I just got to like find somebody who lives there. I don't, unfortunately. Okay. I'd love to move to a new location. My aunt and all alone in East Texas. Hey, there you go. There's probably a lot of hexes available in Texas, and we know there's a lot of aircraft. So, be a good place to set it up. Okay, so let's see. That takes care of the wing bits. Okay, so now, okay, got it. Back to share screen. Let me get this back up. Now, on the latest video I put out was on Havelo. Now, I told you guys during that process, that is just one of the applications that I'm running for passive income opportunity. And I even tried to give an example of how much resources it's using. Well, let me show you right here, because I had one person comment in the description saying, well, I had all kinds of problems. It wrecked my system. It was horrible. Like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry that happened, but I can prove right now. There you go. I am currently running Havelo on this computer I'm streaming with right now with no problems. Now, I don't recommend that, okay? First and foremost, I never recommend installing third-party applications onto a computer you have sensitive information. But at the same time, if I'm going to promote something, or I'm going to say, yeah, I've tried it, it works, I'm truly going to prove it. Now, if I get wrecked, that's my own stupidity. But before I put my seal of approval or my reputation on the line saying, yes, I have installed it, I have tried it, I'm really going to work it. And I'm going to verify it's right before I ever bring it to you guys. So yes, right now you can see Serenity's tower, it is connected, it is earning not a lot, but it is earning 1,700 points for the upcoming airdrop, which is on February 11th. So, it's one of those things that if you want to give it a try, I think Smiley said she installed it, had no problems with it. I haven't heard anything about it, but we'll ask her here in a minute. But please understand, most of the software I am up and running and earning from before I ever bring it to you. Just like when BTK told us about grass. Guess what? I'm running grass right now. Do I recommend it? No, it's probably not the smartest. I will admit to that. That's why I have a computer down here that runs full-time all of these different passive income opportunities that has no sense of information. So my recommendation is get yourself an old computer, one out of the garage, or piece something together with the parts you got lying around, or even pick one up off Craigslist for dirt cheap. Set it up as a passive income computer. And make sure in the Down Home Crypto Discord, you go into the free to earn channel, because I've listed out like 15 different passive income opportunities in that channel. So get them up and running, and who knows, some are worth an airdrop, some may be worth nothing. But practice save principles when you're doing this kind of stuff. Okay, so let's see. Jason, I got the last hex in Kingston in London. Yeah, good job, buddy. In London, that's huge, Jason. I love it, brother. Let's see. And Peckham, you near that at all? Peckham, I'm not. He might be. And Rogue says downloading now. Okay. Practice save policies. Don't put it on a computer that has sensitive information. Okay, 30 Chromebook in eBay. There you go. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Missile. $30 for a Chromebook on eBay. Nice and simple. There you go. And you have a passive income machine. It doesn't have to be a huge computer. The one down here I have is like 12 years old. It's a quad-core Athlon processor. Yeah, one core, one thread. Or one thread per core. Yeah, it's not like the Ryzen's or any of that where you get 2 threads per core, or even a Threadripper where it gets crazy. But yeah, it doesn't have to be anything big. Just get yourself active and going. Okay, I live about 80 miles from Peckham. Okay, cool. I haven't been in England for a very long time, so I have no idea where Peckham is. Okay, we're almost through this stuff. Let me get through this. Okay, now, guys, I promised you a video on the Aether Edge. I am working on that, because I want to bring about the concept of edge computing. Because as you guys know, I was at Seattle Deepin Day, and that was one of the main foundational topics of that entire event. And believe it or not, it's actually one of the foundations of everything we're doing right now in crypto is edge computing. Whether it's artificial intelligence, whether it's sharing resources, most of these passive income opportunities, just like Aether or Grass, they're edge computing. They're utilizing your resources on the edge. So I'm going to break that down as far as edge computing. What is it? How does it work? And also setting up the Aether Edge. But I'm curious, does anybody here have a question I can answer real quick for you about edge computing? Putting it very, very simply, is the edge of the computing process is between the item supplying the data, the item utilizing access. Wow. Okay, I just drew a blank. You know what? I know I'm not out of my mind, but if you have a question, let me know. I will save all that for the video because I want to get this party started. Okay. I think I'm through it. Do you guys have any questions I haven't answered or brought you up to speed with that you need to know before we get this party started? Cyril, did I miss anything, buddy? What do you think?
I don't know. It seemed pretty thorough.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Okay, good. So, what about you, buddy? How you doing, my man?
I'm doing all right. It's been an odd week, and then we had an ice storm. I think it was Tuesday. And tomorrow starts an on again, off again wave of snowstorms that will leave about between 10 to 12 inches of snow on us over the course of the next week, starting tomorrow. So, yeah, just trying to stock up on the snow salt and making sure that my gloves are kept warm.
Well, yeah. That's crazy. I mean, we just got that 4 inches last night, and that's the first real snowfall we've had. But I know you guys over in PA, you guys have been getting just hammered constantly.
Yeah, so far it's been like 2 inches here, 4 inches there, 5 inches here, 3 inches there, and it melts in between. But we're getting to get hit with this wave all throughout next week. So it's going to stack up.
Absolutely. You got to be prepared. You never know what's going to happen. And yes, Mission Michelle, near the source of data rather than the centralized location. It is. And yeah, I will definitely make sure to break that down much better and articulate better when it's not Friday night. My brain's half melted. In the video coming up on edge computing and the Aether Edge. So, okay, and Wild Angel, how you doing, dear? Says, hi, Cy. So, Cy, I was kind of curious. You and I were talking a bit. I don't know if you want to share anything, but is there anything about the crypto space that maybe you think we ought to be aware of, or just be cautious out there, or anything you want to share with us, buddy?
I mean, bullet point, I'm eyeballing a macro movement down towards like the 82K level, with a pull back up towards the, 94 to 95K, then a fall back down to like the 84K. And then from there, provided that region holds the second test, heading on up. But yeah, there's a lot of macro stuff at play, so
okay,
we will see.
Did you want me to share that at all, or do you want me to just leave that as it is?
Oh, if you want to share the image that I sent you earlier,
okay,
go for it. I don't mind.
Okay, I don't want to speak for anybody, so yes, you just explain this real quick. But this is macro outlook. Now, why do you think this is going to happen, buddy? Because I look at this like, is that like a magic ball, or how do you figure this shit out?
Well, here's the thing. Those of you who have been with us for a while have heard the story at least once, so I'll keep it short. But, August of 2019, I made a post on my Facebook saying, hey, there's going to be a big crash on the market, right? There's going to be a big event. It's going to come. It's going to be, 6 to 12 months from now, blah, blah, blah. Well, fast forward a couple of months, and you had COVID, big crash in the markets, right? In that same post, I predicted Bitcoin would hit its bottom region of around 4K. So yeah, anywho, you can almost kind of predict different major events because at the end of the day, and I know a lot of people say that's bullshit, right? But think about it. What do charts actually represent? They represent the movement of money, right?
Right.
Everyone says follow the money. So if you follow it, real money, it moves before the events happen. It's not a conspiracy, right? It's a pattern. And that's why, when I tell people to look at the charts, I try to tell them, spot the support levels, spot the way that the patterns move between them, and you just look at it. It's all just money moving in or money moving out, and it moves in the same sequences.
Exactly. And, some events in the world can alter this slightly, right? But in the end, it's going to follow pretty close to these patterns.
Well, if you know how money flows, right, and you understand why it flows, where it flows, you can understand how the markets are gonna kind of like move up and down like waves, ebb and flow with the tides. And it boils down to when an asset becomes too invested in, right? Smart
Right.
money starts to sell because they start seeing an increased level of the risk. And so that's going to start pushing it back down in price. Money is moving out, but the smart money, they make the first moves. And this applies to every area of industry, right? I mean, they've straight up shut down and silenced numerous tech advancements. We know this as a fact. Come on. Over the century, because they have been deeply invested in all of these other industries. We've seen it with the forced reduction in supply for diamonds, right? That's why they tell you a diamond is forever, because they don't want you to try to sell it, because then you'll realize it has no resale value because they're actually pretty worthless, right?
Right, exactly. What else do you use it for? I mean, come on.
Right. So they're always going to suppress certain things if it protects their investments and future profit earnings. And they're going to start introducing and pushing new things once they have sufficiently earned off their previous investments, and now they're ready to invest into something new.
Exactly. And, that's one of those things, is trying to figure out what people are going to invest in something new. And one master of that is none other than Smiley Girl herself.
Hi.
Yes. Hey, Smiley. So,
I'm surprised. I didn't think you were going to bring me up so quick.
Surprise!
I think I was affecting my nose or something. Hi, Si.
No.
Hey,
If you were, I definitely would have brought you up.
Yeah, there's an opportune moment.
Exactly.
Get a real picture.
Yes. Oh. But anyway, Smiley, now, just like Sarah was talking, they're talking about money moving and these evolution stuff. And now you've been doing a lot of streams and a lot of different X spaces. And so you kind of be on the cutting edge of that technology. Have you seen a lot of things shifting, or the people you've been talking to? What have you been hearing? What's the rumor out there?
I just noticed that we were talking about this today, that a lot of the influencers that were around the last cycle are gone. And it's interesting that everybody, oh, hi, Jason, that who was in it to just kind of follow the crowd just was ignored, because they weren't here to give unbiased information or true, content. They were just here to pump different projects. And for the vast majority, hi, Wild Angel, the vast majority of them are gone now, because do you really want to listen to somebody that was just getting paid to say whatever, the person paying wanted them to say? Or do you want somebody like you, Serenity, who is honest, tries to give the most unbiased information he can, just, tries things out, refuses to take a project that he doesn't believe in? Those are the ones I think that are going to last long term, or those at least are the ones I hope people are listening to, because you actually want to help people and educate them and present, the best information you can. You're muted.
Hate it when I do that. And, thank you, dear. But you're doing the same thing out there. And so is Cyril. I mean, you guys are both movers and shakers. Smiley, you're doing it in front of the camera. And Cyril, you're doing it very much behind the scenes, helping these people make things that are more legitimate and substantiated, versus like, hey, let's just copy this contract from 2 years ago and relaunch it with the new logo and call it we're going to make millions. And there we go again. So my hat's off to both of you for doing that hard work, because that's not easy.
Well, thank you. I'm just out here to learn as well. I definitely do not know everything. I'm not an expert, but I love meeting people and I love learning about what they're building. And that's one of the reasons why I really do like DPIN, because often these are companies that have built something that they're now trying to share with everyone, and then they monetize it so that you get a reward for using it as well. And when I talk to them, so many of them get so passionate and excited about what they're doing and what they've built. And, I love seeing that. I love seeing that they actually believe in what they're offering. And so that's fun.
Absolutely. And I'm really kind of curious, what's he building?
Hey, Alfred.
I had to do it. He was
Yeah,
so
of course.
focused.
Yeah, you definitely got me there. Sorry, I was busy writing an article.
Nice. What's the article on, buddy?
Gas accounts.
Oh, nice.
I'm
Cash
actually
account.
trying out mirror.xyz, so I was like, okay, good time to actually try it out and create an article on it. Gas accounts is that feature that you were looking at from MetaMask. So MetaMask is actually late to the party as usual. I mean, it's
Oh, yeah.
it's not even something you can be like, oh, they're late to the party. No, they're always late to the party.
Always, always.
So Rabbi's had it for a while, and I never actually wrote the article on it. So I was like, okay, let's just go do one quickly, just to give a small overlay outline of it. Boom, done. 5 minutes, I think. I don't know, maybe I took a little longer than 5 minutes. But yeah,
Nicely done.
Yeah, I'll share it in the Discord if anyone wants to have a look. Oh, and
Absolutely.
please mint the article because it's mirror.xyz, so you can mint articles too. That's the nice
Cool.
part about a lot of the new things lately. Oh yeah, it's like abstract streaming. Hopefully they get back to you because apparently it doesn't look like they're getting back to me yet. So yeah, hopefully they decide, okay, now Serenity can be a streamer, but not Alpha. It's fine. It's fine. I'll
Aw.
get there.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Keep keeping yourself out there. And hi, Dara. How you doing, Dara?
Hi.
Good to have you with us. Yes. In fact, Smiley, we were talking about that earlier today. So there you go. But now, anybody who wants to follow Alpha Cruz's work, there is a channel specifically for Alpha Cruz in Down Home Crypto. So if you want to find out what this master down here is working on, make sure to follow that channel because he has got some great information out there. I'm really waiting till Alpha Cruz and Sar will team up together and make this world-changing event.
Reading everything.
Okay, I thought you had more. I was waiting for a response of some kind. Every time I start talking, Alpha starts.
Talking.
I love it. Let's see. Shady Poker says, Smiley didn't like the tone of some dude at the Deep In event in reference to you. I didn't say rude stuff because figured you wouldn't like it, but I wanted to.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Katie. But you know what? People can say whatever they want about me, especially if they don't even know me. Just ignore it. You know, just meet me in the Down Home Crypto and get to know me. You'll kind of figure out who I am.
Yep.
So
Just carry a laxative.
yeah.
Just carry a bottle of laxatives and give them something to drink.
Here, drink this. Ignore the bubbles. You'll be fine.
So bad at insults, I don't get them. Oh well.
Probably a good thing. We don't even go that way. And by the way, Alpha, Cyril, if you guys team up, apparently Dara is absolutely into whatever you guys create. So there you go.
Nice.
Alpha, my
Let's do
network
it.
rugging. Yeah, I'm waiting.
Sorry,
So
you're kind of in and out there for a second.
is that happening with anybody else or just with Alpha? Is that just his internet?
It's just his internet, but it was kind of throwing me, and that's why I was quiet there because my ears couldn't make sense because you two kept back and forth talking over top of each other, and so I just my mind 404'd.
Buffer. I do that all the time. Sorry, go ahead, Si. Take the stage for a minute, buddy.
Wait, and do what with it?
I don't know. I thought maybe you had some great idea for you and Alpha to create because I'm really curious. I want to see what you mastermind you come up with. I think it'd be fun.
Well, I mean, I gotta recap with Alpha on what his skill base is and what stuff he does. If you want to send that to me in a DM, I actually have something that I need to work on for something pre-existing, and then there's something that I'm working on with a client that they wanted me to help pioneer a new type of product and service. So, yeah, let's chit chat. We'll figure it out.
I love it. See, there you go. Deals are being made right here on Fridays. I love it. We always have fun here. Now, somebody who always has a party showing up here is none other than Mr. Crow himself. Welcome back, brother.
Hi,
What up,
Crow.
bro?
How's your new computer doing, buddy?
It's it doesn't like it when I go from doing nothing to something. Notice that? it's the funniest thing. Like I'll be sitting there and nothing will be happening, and my CPU will be set at like 39 degrees, 38-ish, and I'll open Chrome, it'll jump to like 53, and then it'll tick back down. But if going from 0 to 100, it's like nope, stop. It's funny.
Pause, hit the throttle. Okay, so there's a lag on the acceleration. We'll work on that. Okay. And by the way, yes, Rose, I agree. Sorry, go ahead.
It sounds like you have a bus that's throttling you somewhere. Most likely, one of the pieces of the hardware that you have is trying to speak in a language that is much too fast for what it is plugged into on the motherboard to read all at once. And so it buffers it, hits max buffer, and then everything stops until it has a chance to catch up. So I would evaluate the bus speed of your various connections on your motherboard for what you have plugged into them. I bet you your issue lies in there somewhere.
It hasn't really turned into an issue. It's just something I've noticed. It's it hasn't reached a temp where it's like, oh god, I need to stop what I'm doing right now. Like I'll go play games, and then as I'm gaming, it realizes this is a high stress situation, and it keeps up with it the whole time. But for a second there, I was worried. I was like, oh god, what's happening? And I've kind of learned that's what's going on. So hasn't turned into an issue, but definitely something I should look into.
Got it. Either way, it's a sexy case, brother. I like it. Yeah, he picked up the Y20. Is that right?
Y70. Y70 Touch Infinite, I think is what it is.
Dude, that's a sexy case. You have to share a picture with us.
I sent it to Smiley.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it is. It's
like
awesome.
The colors.
It's pretty cool. And yes, Rose, yes, someone did say something rude about Smiley, and I agree. We are going to have a witch hunt later where all the rest of us, Smiley's our alibi. We were all with her for 3 days. We never left. So I don't know. It's a missing persons, man. Yeah, don't mess with our family. We get angry.
Yeah, no worries. Whatever.
Never seen him in my life. Never. Like I've never seen that man. What do you mean? And just look at him like, yeah, no, my eyes are open. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. Hope Giver says, Smile Girl, you're beautiful. First time I've seen you live.
Thank you.
There you
That's
go.
very sweet of you.
Exactly. Dishonor on you, dishonor on the family, dishonor on your cow, and you're now missing persons, pal. There we go. That's our family. Okay, let me catch up with everything down here. See, put some LEDs now. Don't have to keep the lights on. Hey, there you go, Alpha. Yeah, I like that. See? It's like daylight for you. You're going to get a suntan. Careful of those LEDs, buddy. Now, somebody who knows all about problems with gaming and computers is none other than Mr. Dylan himself. What's up, Dylan?
Oh, not much. Just
I cannot hear you, buddy.
You were so
not much. Definitely not playing Farming Simulator.
Definitely not. No, definitely.
Dylan,
Why would
I have
you
a
do
question
such a
for you.
Yes.
How is Rapuka doing?
Oh, you stalking me now?
No, but I saw that you got it like right after I did, so my guess is you saw the same video that I did on that short.
Yeah.
And then we both noticed that it was on sale and went and got it.
It's addicting.
It is.
Yeah.
He just sits there chilling. He's my frog.
Yeah. It just takes me all day to get points now.
Yeah. I leave it running overnight and all throughout the day, so he's pretty high level at this point.
We have pet frogs now? What's going on?
Yeah, they're it's basically an idle miner that just chills on your desktop. And I have it sit in the lower right-hand corner of my right monitor. And it's a little frog. He's got a little house and a little comfy chair. Yeah, there you go. See?
Yeah.
He's cute.
That's all he does all day.
Yeah, he cuts grass, and then when he gets tired, he takes a nap.
Aw.
Look at his legs are running out. He's gonna pass out. So, come on, go sleep, dude. All right, here we go. Now he's gonna go sleep.
And you can click on him, and he'll wave hello at you. It's great.
So does
Oh,
he
no,
have another function, or is he just kind of keep you company while you're there working away?
He chills. He cuts grass. He takes naps. Like, He's a frog,
What a-
man. What more do you want from him?
Fair enough. Okay.
Over time, as he cuts more grass, you earn coins, and those
Mhm.
coins you can use in the lottery, or you can use them to directly unlock different pages of cosmetics. And you get achievements on Steam for unlocking all the different cosmetics and then maxing those cosmetics out. But other than that, like, it's just an idle miner. It was like $3.
Perfect. Okay. So Jason's asking, where do you get that? What platform is that on?
It's on Steam.
Okay. There you go. Good.
It's absolutely funny because you were talking about the snow, and instantly I started laughing because at like 5 o'clock this morning my phone goes off, and it's the CWI, the college out here in Idaho, and I didn't get their call in time. And so I pick up my phone and it's a voicemail, and I click on it. It's CWI is closed for the day. They closed the school down because of all the snow. So instantly I'm like, it snowed last night? So I get up all groggy and open my front door and there's nothing.
Really? You got nothing?
I got nothing, man. I'm smoking some heat outside right now. I fired up the smoker. I'm smoking meat. There's not a single speck of snow.
Dude, that's crazy. Because for those who don't know, we're like 45-minute drive. I mean, it's straight and flat. It's why did I get hammered and you got nothing? That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts.
I was so upset because I'm supposed to smoke all weekend because last week I didn't smoke anything. So I'm supposed to be smoking all weekend. I was like, no, not the snow. That's gonna like ruin everything. Open my door and nothing.
Well, never mind then. Show off. Okay, so there you go, guys. Ropuka's Island. That's where you can get it, and it's on Steam. And loving that smoker. Yeah. It's like a smoker fiend. And then just so everybody knows, that's his new toy he just got, is that case. The without all the hardware, but yes, it's a sexy case. I was checking that guy out.
I love everything about it.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Thank you.
And that's pre-built. Crow just got the case and built it himself. So, but it's a cool case because I'm definitely thinking about that one.
It's
Okay, good.
It's just the cable management. The cable management, the way they did it is amazing. The customizability, the airflow. I found out today. I was doing research because I'm buying fans for it. You can put fans on the bottom, fans on the top, and then fans all up on the back side of it. So you can get a lot of airflow in this thing.
I could use that. I'm cooking everything under here. It's crazy. So, okay, we have got past all the beginning stuff. Now comes the sketchy part. Now, I want to throw a little disclosure out there on tonight's thing. If you are an overly excitable person, I urge you to curtail your comments and chat and stuff before you start cussing, swearing, and throwing everything out there. Please understand, this is just our opinions, okay? We don't know what the future holds, but we got to admit, right now, the future is freaking nuts. The government's going crazy. The financial system, the crypto market, the government, everything is going insane, and nobody knows what the hell is going on. So it really brings about the question of technology, of government, of everything. Are we going to have an evolution, a nice, slow, calm evolution to the next stages, or is it going to be a revolution where it's a sudden burst of major changes? And right now, man, I got to tell you, I'm really leaning more towards a revolution on my side, but hey, I want to hear your thoughts, and guys in the chat, ask your questions. We're happy to dive into them, and if you got any things you want answered, let us know. But anyway, with that, evolution or revolution? Who wants to start this off?
Revolution.
Revolution? Why is that, Dylan?
Just look at the news.
You muted.
Hey, what?
Look at the news.
But the news is run by 3 major media outlets for the entire world. How much of that can we really believe?
X is considered news too.
What do you think, Smiley? You planning for an evolution or a revolution?
I don't know. It feels like a devolution. It feels like the Well, it does. It feels like society is devolving, getting worse. Although, there's an interesting point because I was listening to a podcast and this guy was saying, back in the 50s, all these politicians were so much better. And the guy said, do you really think so? I just think that they were just as corrupt back then as they are now, but you didn't know it as well because we didn't have this instant media that's shining a light on everything and the cell phones and everything's captured for the world to see and shared instantaneously. And I thought that's a really good point. And I'm sure, there have been bad people all throughout history, but it does feel a little bit in the United States where I live that things have devolved. They are just getting worse and worse because I see so many societal problems that just aren't getting addressed. It's like they get ignored. And so I just am trying to focus on what I can help where I live and not worry too much about how bad everything is because that just makes me miserable.
So kind of turn a blind eye to what's going on. But now, if you actually turn a blind eye, aren't you actually allowing that to occur then?
So you're saying my responsibility is for everybody in the world and everything going on?
Oh, no, I'm not saying. I'm just asking a question. I would never say that.
I think my responsibility is for the people in my immediate life, in my immediate influence. Whoever I influence in any way, and that could be with a stream on X, is my responsibility. But the people that I impact are the ones that, I can affect. I can't worry about everything going on everywhere else. And so that's why, sometimes I do have to just focus on what I can affect and influence and not everything. It's overwhelming. How can you possibly change the world all at the same time? But that's my opinion, remember.
Yeah, I mean, when you are receiving information overload, the best thing that you can do is just remain rooted in the day, right? And stay focused on the people around you.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, as a content creator like you, Smiley, our job is to go out and find this information. And we have to sift through some nasty crap. I mean, there's a lot of shit out there. It gets sketchy. And, man, there's some days I'm like, my God, why are we even here? Why aren't we all dead yet? This is insane. And like you said, de-evolution. I feel some days that, we're just hopeless. I mean, literally, the world is just falling apart. And so I know for me personally, sometimes that affects me emotionally. It's like, I can't get up there and be positive and, come on here with you guys because all this negativity and stuff. And like you're saying, I have to block it out. I have to focus on the here, the now, and the people that matter to me. Because if I try and take on the world's problems, it's just too big. I don't think anybody can.
See, here's the thing. Allow me to theorize for a minute. And I'm just going to throw out some theoretical scenarios. Because, again, remember, follow the money. It tells more than you think. And you're going to tell me that suddenly, out of nowhere, the banks, the corporations, the governments, the nations around the world are all of a sudden interested in crypto? Like, come on, you're telling me that they don't just want to park their cash somewhere while the rest of the currencies go to shit? Because here at the end of the day, in order to transition a society that operates one way to one that is now post-scarcity, there needs to be a deconstruction of that society. That deconstruction is never pleasant. It's never enjoyable. There's often war involved. But at the end of the day, the only way to get society as a whole to shift over from what it's used to a post-scarcity, because remember, America alone, we could scale our production back to 30% and we produce enough to clothe, feed, and house everyone in the world. But it's not profitable to build the infrastructure necessary to bring those goods to those people, right? If you truly understood the scale of 185 billion, which was Jeff Bezos's wealth recently, understood that scale, you would understand that there is no need. We've just been parking the majority of the world's wealth under this handful of people who could fit in a Boeing 747 with 200 seats left over.
That's crazy. just mere thought that only 30% production, we could feed and clothe everybody in the world. Yet we have thousands of homeless people walking the streets who can't get a job, who can't just get shelter over their head. That's insane.
Yep. But, and they need a way, because I can't remember if I mentioned it last Friday, but about the Department of Justice court case that straight up said money is fictitious. Did I mention that before?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well,
Let's have
basically,
it.
like the government likes to do, they decided to seize this gentleman's assets. It was $50,000, and he filed a lawsuit being like, look, I want my money back. You can't just take it like that. And the Department of Justice's reply was that money is fictitious. The government created it, and so the government can take it back. Okay? Let that sink in for a second. Why
That's freaking
are
terrifying.
you still using fiat, right?
Right.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, all the governments and corporations have started getting interested in something that is finite and measurable and keeps a public ledger. Why? They can park their cash there while everything else falls apart. Because in order to get off of this fictitious monetary-based system that we all operate on right now as a society, you first have to let it completely burn to the ground.
That sounds horrifying.
Well, again, you got to remember that what we do in this time sets the path of recovery, right? Is it a responsibility? Fuck yeah, it is. It was a responsibility for every person who banded together in the aftermath of a collapse of an empire and crafted something new and better out of the rubble.
I was letting anybody else type in if they wanted to. Okay. Alfkers, you keep typing there, buddy. Go and speak up, my man. Alpha?
I'm agreeing. Okay. I'm agreeing, yeah. I'm agreeing. It's kind of like, I didn't get to hear everything because I had to go get water. My stomach started hurting, so I had to run for water.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's like, I suppose Smiley brought up a good, it's like a devolution because things are kind of going crazy. And there was that whole chat about 50 years ago, yeah, you didn't know about all these corrupt politicians. Doesn't mean they didn't exist. They existed. You just didn't know because information was very hard to spread. I think I watched, I think I was in a space not too long ago where someone was actually talking about that. They were like, yeah, in 1950. You were like, oh no, this wasn't happening. It bloody was. However, there's like certain media outlets, and that was the only place you could get information. Everywhere else, you didn't know. Either you knew the person directly and you knew what they were doing and someone told you, or you went to the media, you read a news article and that was the truth. No one could tell you otherwise. Now you can go to social media and someone's going to be like, yeah, that's BS. Here's the receipts. Like that's the fun part about the internet. It gives you all the receipts. Oh, it was about some celebrity drama. Anyway, but intertwining that is just like you kind of have to go through states where things look really bad before they kind of get to a point where certain parts of the system are completely deconstructed for a new system being placed. You can't build onto something when that thing that you're trying to build conflicts with what already exists. One of the two has to break. One of the two has to be destroyed, technically. And it's, at the end of the day, survival of the fittest. Whichever system works better, or whichever system can come out on top, is the system that takes, that ends up being the thing that everyone kind of has after that. And it will just continue to go like that. Technically, it's a devolution into an evolution that causes the revolution.
Yep. That's why there's these cycles. There's the 80-year cycle. Well, there's the 40, the 80, the 120, and the 200-year cycle. And then there's that overarching 400-year cycle. And empires follow it to a T, right? And every single epic within that larger one, every single one of those 80-year epics tend to follow and end with a war.
Where do we stand on the cycles right now?
Oh, we're at the end.
Of course we are.
But remember, you can't step onto a new path until you've stepped off the old one. And change is always extremely uncomfortable. That's why it's growth.
Exactly.
Your life and your body and your mind have to make way to give room for who you're about to grow into, like a butterfly shedding its carapace and unfurling its wings, right? It had to go through that deconstruction where it's literally disassembled down into goo as a caterpillar before it is reassembled bit by bit into a butterfly. So look at it that way. Breathe, remain rooted, focus, let the anxiety flow through you and go away, and just remain rooted in the day for now. Best advice I could give, I suppose.
It's good advice.
It is good advice. And, that example you gave, that's one of the book illusions that I've promoted so much. One of the quotes in there is, what the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly. And so a lot of us feel like the caterpillar right now. We feel like our life is just falling apart and we don't see the grand scheme. That yes, there is a tomorrow. There is a future of some sort. What that'll look like, I don't think any of us really know. We can guess. We can hypothesize. But right now, there's a lot of people out there that feel like the caterpillar and their world's just crumbling around them.
One of my favorite quotes I ever heard was, what you think is a cave is actually a tunnel. And I always try to remember that when things seem really bad and dark, that this isn't forever. Things will change because it always does.
I like that one. That's good. Hey, Britt, how you doing? Good evening. Yes, Bach. That's my girl. Yes, of course. I got Bach out there because I love that book, as you guys know. Good to have you, dear. And, you're welcome to hop up here and crash party with us if you want.
That reminds me. I was telling my friend about all of the AI stuff and everything because he just kind of sees the titles like, oh, okay, cool. But I'm the one that goes and does all the research and reads up and then goes to him and be like, okay, yeah, all the information. As I was like telling him about DeepSeek and then Gemini version 2, he was like, it's kind of like the Cold War, but with AI. I was like, I mean, kinda, I guess you could say, because it's a technological race. Just like the Cold War was during the World War II times. But everyone was racing to get to space or to go down into the center of the Earth. Suppose you have it does give that bit of energy. It's interesting. It's very interesting. It's a war of AI, literally.
It is, absolutely. And Wild Angel says, hi, Brett. And essentially, there's a couple great points you got in there, Alpha. You talked about the Cold War, and for a lot of the things, just like you talked about in the 50s and stuff, we as the basic consumer were oblivious. We didn't know what was going on. Just like Cyril was pointing out earlier, is that, money moves. There's a pattern to it, and the people who have the money understand that pattern and they utilize it. Most of us have no idea what that pattern is or how to see what's happening. And so we watch the news. We're like, oh, well, that was on TV last night. Must be what's going on. And guys, here's a surprise. That hasn't changed since the dawn of time. What people tell you is probably not what's really happening out there. It's definitely up to you to go out and dig a little deeper and start learning a little bit more to find out what's really happening. Because I guarantee whatever you're watching on the news has already happened or it's irrelevant. They're trying to distract you from something that is relevant. That's 98% of what the news is. Does anybody disagree? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when the media is owned, which we know that it is, we've seen the proof, it's only going to tell us what they want us to hear at the end of the day. I mean, it was ruled in court that the news is not legally obligated to report factual information. So, yeah.
Wait, you don't have to report factual information. I missed that one.
No, it's yeah, that was a judgment that was passed a while ago.
What do they qualify it as? Entertainment now instead of actual reporting, or what?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay,
It's like
that
on
works.
food when you see it's a food product. It's not really food. Same with the news.
Apparently, it's a
Oh,
news product.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's like how they hide the fact that they use shredded wood pulp as a way to keep your shredded cheese from sticking together in the bag. That's what the cellulose is there. When you look at the ingredients, it's shredded wood pulp, and the FDA allows up to, I think it's like 38% of the weight content to be that in shredded cheese. So just keep that in mind, and maybe next time grab a block and shred your own cheese.
Yeah. 38%. Seriously? That's insane. Oh my god. Okay, I learned something new today. I always do here. And I want to back up in the comments there because there was something, there's a couple of them that rolled by. So Shady Joker says, reason I'm here as much as possible. The good vibes, good people. Surround yourself with good, but don't be afraid to help bad situations. Well said. I like that, Shady Joker.
Yep.
And Alf says, Google pulled a huge lead in a competition with Gemini 2. Looks like it's powered by their latest TPUs. Alpha, you want to translate? What the hell does that mean, buddy?
It's a super advanced processor. Let's just go with that. It's like a CPU on crack. We'll put that in the layman's terms. So I'll just say CPU on crack.
I can relate to that one. Okay. Do you own research for show? Somebody want to explain that? You lost me there, Britt.
She said,
Do
do
your
your
own
own
research on
research.
everything.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry. My shorthand and yeah. I was reading gibberish. Yes,
Yeah,
you're right, Britt.
show.
Do your own. Got it. Okay. And yeah, that's the biggest thing is you got to do your own research. And that's one reason why we started Down Home Crypto is to try to connect the people that can help you on your research. People like Cyro, like Alpha, like Smiley, like Crow, like myself on occasion. Usually I just screw shit up, but I'm here for comic relief. But yeah, if you're not already part of the Down Home Crypto community, definitely jump in there because we talk about a whole lot more than crypto. And let's see, Alpha says, wonder what's next. Alpha, you type more than anybody else in the chat there, buddy, and you're on stage. That's just funny to me.
Old habits die hard for Alpha.
They really do. That's okay. He's everywhere. He's in the comments. He's in the video. He's in the Discord. He's superhuman.
Multitasking, okay. Someone's talking, I'm going to be typing and reading a message. It's just like, gotta do it all.
Hey,
I-
my hat's off to you, brother.
I hear
I
you
want
there.
what he wrote on a T-shirt. I want a T-shirt that says, "I shred my own cheese." Does that sound like a metaphor for something?
I like that. That's good.
Last
Yes.
time I went to Olive Garden, they said just say when as they were grating the cheese for me. Like 32 people died from suffocation. It was horrible.
I
love it.
Parmesan. Oh, such good cheese.
Oh yeah, it is. It's good stuff. And Britt says there's lead in chocolate too. Wow, thanks for ruining my night, Britt.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Ruined my whole life. My whole life is a lie.
Crow's like, that's it. I'm checking
No,
out. I'm done with the
I
shit.
just remembered something, so I'm messaging it to you before I forget.
Oh, good. I'll probably lose what I usually do. Yes, Shady Jokers, aka Mission Michelle. Just in case anybody's curious out there, they are one and the same. I know there's so many names, it gets real confusing. Please tell me you're lying. I love chocolate. I don't want the lead though. Nah. Hey, if I have to take a little bit of lead to get my chocolate, I'm totally good with that.
Yeah, just don't use hot chocolate mix.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Really?
Oh yeah, don't use that crap. Dude, like I think they all have an incredibly high lead content, but Swiss Miss especially, according to the latest report that I looked at, it was like 138% your daily value content of lead, and your body just like, it doesn't like expel excess lead, it just uses lead at like a slow steady rate, and so that toxicity builds up fast in your system.
So is this a bad time to tell you that every winter when it snows and I'm cold, I have Swiss Miss hot chocolates?
So ask Rose to send you the recipe for her hot chocolate. It is amazing and uses like actual ingredients, and you make it on the stove. It's very quick to make, and it is delicious.
Okay, my grandmother used to make me that when I was a child. She always made hot cocoa from scratch on the stove, and it doesn't take that long. And so I've always made it that way because it always reminds me of my grandmother, but also it totally tastes better, and it really is not that hard.
Oh yeah, the way that Rose made it, like we were like picking up heavy whipping cream and stuff like that, and like you could only get one glass in you at a time. You had to give it a couple hours between them because it was heavy hot chocolate, but it was so tasty.
Nice.
That sounds good. Yeah, Rose, please share the recipe in the Discord.
Yes,
please. Pretty please. We have a lot of people begging for that. Me
I've been
especially.
using the Nestle one. Is that one also? Sorry.
Yeah, is it the powder that you mix in with the hot water or milk? Then yes.
Yeah.
It's
How
all
bad
of
is
the
that one?
powder-based ones.
That's it, Alpha. We're screwed, man. We're going to grow like a third arm out of our forehead or something. It's like, what happened? It was the hot chocolate, dude. It was good, though.
I'm
No,
close to
just
it,
when
so
I
I
come
like.
to you. Go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say no. Just when I come see you in Denver, I'm bringing a big magnet, and I just drag you around.
His hair might pop back out his head.
Hey, there you go.
And
Does that
it's all
work?
like
Cool.
it's like magnetic ferro fluid in his head.
That would be awesome. She'll be sitting there with a magnet across my head drawing pictures, kind of like the old Etch-a-Sketch, like, oh, hey, look, here we go.
It's very zen.
Yeah. Kind of goes hand in hand with Serenity, right? Hey, we're going Zen with Serenity. Yes, we're on his head. Ah, yes.
And then will you take little Lego figures and walk them through the path?
We get a frog, and then the frog can come through the lawnmower. Yes, and he can cut the grass. See, there we go.
I'm sure we could whip up that app pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, this would be great. I could have my own app. Look, Serenity's head.
We can make like an idle miner out of it. That's just like Rapuku's Idle Island, and it's just Serenity's bald chrome dome in the corner, and it's like like grass that grows up, and then a duck that waddles pushing a lawnmower, and it mows the grass down.
I love it. Here comes the doctor.
Well, now we need a DHC token, so that's what people can earn.
There you go. See, okay. So, and I know the guys to get that all started. So, okay, Sire Alpha, looks like you guys got a whole project built right there around my bald head. Don't ask me how the hell that happened, but we did.
This is why I gotta stop like being on meetings and stuff while I have THC in my system, because last night I was on a meeting with a client and accidentally pioneered an entirely new method of market making that's trustless. And then, tonight, now we waddled our way, I should say, into a duck head mowing idle miner. Like, what is the... Yeah.
I need you, Jimbo, to take a nice 3D image of your head.
Okay, we can do that. I
Yeah.
can scan.
What are we gonna call the token though?
Bald chrome head.
Exactly. Hey,
Yeah.
there you go. The new game of the next revolution is Serenity's head. Here we go.
Instead of DHC, it'd be BHC.
Big chrome head.
Big chrome head. Yeah.
I like that.
Mm.
I'll look
whatever.
like that guy out of the bad guy out of G.I. Joe who has the chrome face. What's his name? The second guy. You got Cobra, and then you got the dude under him.
Solid Snake?
Oh, no.
No, not
the
that one.
scientist.
I don't know. I'm thinking of Doctor Doom, but that's an entirely different universe.
Now, shift gear, turn left. You're throwing universe, man. You're okay. But,
go through time.
Sestro.
yeah,
That's Destro.
Destro. Yeah, where he was the scientist, and then he got the nanomites, whatever, and now he's got a big chrome head. See, there you go. I'll look like him. It'll be very sexy. It's okay. So, wow, did we ever go down a rabbit hole of craziness on that? That was great. I love it. You never know what's going to happen on Friday, and that's why it's titled Anything Goes, because it really does. So, now, Crow, several, well, I don't know, you and Alpha are pretty much similar age, but like the top row, we're more the seasoned veterans of craziness, shall we say. But now, Crow, you and Alpha, you guys are that younger, kind of the next generation. What do you guys think about what's happening in the world right now with financial, with everything like that? Are you promoting the revolution? Are you supporting it? Or are you more hoping that we can smooth it down and make it an evolution? Or what are you guys thinking when moving forward?
I think whatever happens,
Make it-
happens. I'm prepared either way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if it spirals, it spirals. If it slows down, it slows down. It ain't gonna make a difference. At the end of the day, it's still going to get there. It's still going to get to the end goal. So it's just like, if it happens fast, cool. If it happens slow, it's probably going to be a little more annoying. But yeah, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it when we get there. I know. I wonder, maybe just like with my and Crow's generation, we've all just taken this being like, if it happens, it happens. It's not our problem. Well, maybe it is, but it's just like, yeah, it's not like we can control it.
Fair enough. I like it. So, Dylan, you've been awful quiet down here in the corner, buddy, so I'm going to pick on you for a minute. So, now, of course, you have Rogue Evolution, and you're always building and growing company-based. Now, how is all this drama and everything going on in the world affecting you as a business owner and creator?
It just affects supply lines mainly. That's about it. But it just delays everything, back orders to, whole 9 yards. Some more stress, in other words.
Okay. Now, what about, of course, I know you've been getting a lot of computer hardware and stuff like that. How is that affecting you with these new tariffs and stuff? Is that just going to, like, totally wreck your system, or do you have to restructure everything, or is it just kind of go with punches, no big deal, we were already ready for it?
There's legal workaround for everything. So the new tariffs didn't affect me at all, in other words.
Interesting. You're going to have to share your secrets on how you got around the price increase on tariffs and stuff. I like that.
I won't say it publicly, but I'll tell you later.
Okay, that works. There you go, guys. You want the secret info? Down Home Crypto. That's the way to go. It was all Alpha. I agree. It was totally Alpha. We're blaming it all on him. All the rabbit holes we went down tonight are Alpha's fault. Just switch hosting, Gemini says. Easy. Wow, I am so confused. There are so many different conversations going. So, wow, I had a thought and I lost it. Smiley, what was I thinking?
You were thinking that we need to move the conversation into a new topic.
Okay, what's the topic?
The topic is fun. What's everybody been doing for fun then? Because the world is so heavy and difficult. Sai?
I've been spending a lot of time with Rose. I've been working on perfecting my woodworking skills. I don't know, just relaxing, playing a bit of Helldivers, enjoying the new Warbond that came out. Yeah, the new laser sickle gun. It's
Laser
fatty.
sickle gun.
No, dude, seriously, like you remember the old sickle?
Mhm.
Yeah, well, they took it and they reworked it, and it's more mean now.
Okay. I think whenever you say laser sickle gun, I'm thinking like a gun that shoots laser sickles.
No.
Now,
You played Helldivers.
What's a laser sickle?
no, I'm with you now. But my initial thought was like laser gun that shoots sickles that are like, what?
You just blew Crow's mind. Okay, Smiley, you're hosting. Take it over.
Alpha, what have you been doing for fun?
Fun? What is
Yes. Something that you enjoy, that you don't get paid for, that you do because you want to.
that? Read
Oh,
and-
nice.
and play games randomly. It's like, games a little less. I don't know. I just don't get that energy for games anymore. But I read a lot. I told you about it, but my the PC that I've been using for coding and for all my other stuff decided to just like die on me. At first the hard drive was not loading. It would take like 10 minutes to boot on the SSD. And then it just got worse over time. And then I think Saturday, I woke up, PC switched on its own, and it was like no hard disk found. No disk found. I was like, fuck. that's I woke up to saying that. I just looked at it, I was like, fuck. I took a deep breath. I was like, okay, let's check that everything is right. Let's just give it a little bit of air to clean out all of the stuff. Maybe just switch the ports. Did that, plugged it in, did the same thing. I was like, you know what? Let's restart it. It's gonna work. Finally, it booted after 10 minutes. And then 5 minutes later, it went off again. Yeah, it was not a good Saturday. I can say that. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I just left it. Monday morning, I put it on again. It booted everything. I was like, okay, cool. I actually switched to a different SSD on. Yeah, no, I booted with that SSD again. It went on for 10 minutes. Then I got the blue screen of death where it was like some random issue, and then it just went off, and then it wouldn't boot again. No disk found. Like, okay, I'm gonna switch SSDs. And then I did that. I switched to a different SSD, and it was like the night already because I just decided I'm done with everything, and I went to go switch off my brain and read. When I'm upset, I switch off my brain and I go read because that's going to take me through it. The night came, and I was like, okay, I'll switch SSD, put in a different SSD. Got that one loaded instantly. It was like 5 seconds and I was in. I was like, okay, you see, so it was that SSD that was the problem. It's like, okay, cool. Now I can feel a little more confident that there's no other issues. I was like, okay, and I'm going to just reinstall Windows on here because I was like, it was running a very old version of Windows. I was like, okay, whatever. Just like, instead of updating, I'm just going to clear everything and let it reinstall Windows. Did that, woke up, everything was good. Until it wasn't. Sat here, was busy setting up my IDEs and everything because like, oh yes, I can finally code again. I'm so happy, excited. Screen goes black.
Ooh.
I'm like, okay. Maybe. There's something with the cable. Maybe I didn't plug the cable in right. I'm grasping at straws. I switched to a VGA because I was using DisplayPort. Switched to VGA. Still no video. I'm like, fuck. Okay, I plug in it. I changed the port that I was plugging in the what is this damn thing called? The keyboard in. I'm pressing like, what's that, caps lock and everything to check if the lights are going on. Nothing's going on. I'm like, fuck. At that point, it's just like the anger came out, the frustration, the defeat, everything just came out. Yeah, so the motherboard decided to give up on life. That was fun. I know it's not the power supply because the fan for the CPU and everything was running. It just, nothing worked. None of the peripheral ports are working. None of the video ports are working. So only thing I can think of is that something went wrong with the motherboard and has just decided to give up on life. I am depression. I am pure.
Sounds like me on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Just giving up.
It's frustrating because you use your computer every single day and you need your computer. So when it doesn't work, that's especially stressful.
And I need to code to de-stress. The stress is building. It is constantly building because I can't code to get it out.
Got it.
It's very, very problematic.
Well, I hope
So-
you work it out.
So, Smile, I'm going to interrupt your hosting here for a second because I found something very interesting, and I want to do a shout out here real quick. So, Smiley, you asked Alpha about what do you do for fun, and Alpha, you just gave us a complete dissertation of the frustration of trying to have fun, and it reminded me. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Brene Brown.
Yes.
She does a video about wholehearted and vulnerable, and it's a phenomenal video. I know Britt, I know you love this one. But she talks about that, and one of the things she does, she interviews people, and she would ask them, what's your greatest feeling? And they tell her about their worst experiences. They always respond backwards. It's like, that is so weird. Why do we do that? I just happened to notice that. It's like it's a first because I don't usually sit back. So anyway, I threw the Brene Brown chat in the Discord there, or in the chat, guys, if you want to check it out. I just thought it was really cool. BTK, my man, how you doing, brother?
Hey, BTK.
What's up,
Good to
PTK?
see you.
Hello, BTK.
It's
good to see you, brother.
Ryan.
Because your brain's hardwired to remember negative things over positive things, because negative experiences typically involve a risk to your survival. And so your brain is going to place focus on those memories because it helped you survive with how you got through it. Did you get through it perfectly? No. But you made it through it, right? So, it's going to pull that same situation back to your mind.
I would like to add too that sometimes we do fun things just to release that stress or that pressure, and Alpha being able to express his frustration and his experience and share it is a way for him to let it go so that he can feel better. So maybe I could even reword it to not necessarily what are you doing for fun, but what do you do to reduce your stress or to make yourself feel better. And maybe being here and sharing that makes him feel a little bit better. We hope.
I hope so. I hope it makes everybody feel better.
Yeah. So
Keep going, Simon.
Crow, what do you like to do for fun?
I like to read in game.
Nice.
This week I did a lot of reading because my PC decided to go take a crap on me, and now I'm blaming Alpha because mine happened Sunday, his happened Saturday, so obviously it's contagious, right?
Yeah. Well, his computer infected yours.
Exactly. So
Stay away from my computer.
So I did a lot of reading this weekend. Speaking of which, Smiley, if you're gonna go read Dresden Files, heck yeah. If not, The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson.
Oh, I was just given a recommendation to read a different one of his books. It's something about the Green Isle or something. It's about a girl and the poison oceans and everything. What's that one called? I can't remember, but I was told to read that one first because it's a very me kind of book.
Fair enough. I mean, you do whatever, but that's the big book I've been reading, and I actually saw someone did a comparison of all his books because it's a 5-book series, and he makes like a 1,000-page book, and then a 1,200-page book, then a 1,400-page. It got bigger and bigger every single time.
I love that when you love the world and you love the characters and you just get so immersed in it and it's nice and long and you don't finish it in a day or two.
That's Stormlight Archives.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's the series. It's called Stormlight Archives, and oh my god, that's been a fun roller coaster. But yeah, I play games. I do things around the house. I hung a shelf this week. That was interesting.
Oh. How so? Is it not level?
Oh, it's level. I know how to make things level. No, it's like 5-foot shelf with 2 supports, and I was like, hey, talking to my girlfriend, how do you want it? Because you can have it this way or this way. She's like, I don't know. I was like, fine. So I put it up on the wall, sat there holding it up. Do you like it? I don't know yet. So then I flipped it. Do you like it this way? Go back the first way. Just sat there. Finally, she's like, I like it that way. Okay. How about this? A little further down. A little further down. I'm like, can I just sink a screw into this thing? We can call it a day.
Little to the left, no, a little more.
Yep, exactly.
Meanwhile, your arms are dying.
Oh yeah, they were feeling the burn.
Well, there you go. Okay, Mr. Swartz, what do you like to do for fun?
What is fun?
Fun is something you don't make money on. You just do it because you enjoy it.
I guess running the business.
Okay.
I don't make money. Everyone else makes money.
You like to eat out. Can I share that?
I guess.
That could be considered maybe fun.
I guess. Going
Yeah.
to like the Space Needle, I guess, and things like that.
Yes, exactly. You didn't
I
have
guess
to
it's
do
fun.
that. Yeah, you did it because it was fun.
So I got to interrupt real quick because Crow, you said you had a problem with your shelf. So I want to share a secret, guys. And Smiley, you might want to take note on this. As a content creator, we spend a great deal of time trying to make things look appropriate in the studio. But here's a little fact that very few people know. That shelf right there, guess what it really looks like? It really looks like that. But if you look at it on camera, it looks straight.
Oh.
Ooh.
Is that why you hung it crooked?
I did. Yes. I absolutely did. It's
great, and that didn't work.
Right. I had it straight and it looked crooked on camera. So, Crow, man, I feel your pain, buddy. It's like, wait, I have to hang a shelf crooked to make it look straight on camera? How does that even work?
That would drive me bad crap. I know I've seen it in your office and we've talked about it before, but I don't know. That picture looks worse than it does in real life. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, that is. I just took the picture while we were sitting here. I had to share that because it's just you mentioned shelf. I'm like, I walk in. I'm like, does he realize what he's talking about?
Well, so my old shelf, it's for my cups, the cups for like coffee and stuff like that. And originally it was on like maybe like a 1.5 foot shelf, not that big. It is big. And then it went to like a 4 or 5 foot shelf. So a lot more storage. It's nice.
Okay, Serenity, it's your turn. What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? Honestly, everything.
Nice.
I make videos for fun, and I won't make them if I don't feel the fun. I game for fun. I spend time with you guys, have chats like with you today, Smiley. Talk to everybody and stuff, and that's my fun. I don't make money at it. Some I do, bits and pieces, but that's not my major income. And that's all thanks to a wonderful, amazing lady, Miss Wild Angel herself. And she is out there working her second job right now. And thank you, love, because you allow me to do this and create Down Home Crypto and connect all these amazing people and have fun. So if it weren't for her and the rest of my family's support, and even Crow, because they have all helped out to make this happen. But everything I do for Down Home Crypto is fun. And the day it's not fun or it's not challenging, then I'm going to quit doing it, because then I don't feel I'm actually helping people.
Fair enough.
Yep, that's fair.
And that was taught to me by Mr. Cyril Kier over here, who says, hey, when it's off being fun, man, just quit. We are in charge of our own happiness. So, hey, if that's my job, then I'm going to make sure I do it right.
Yep. And if you really love what you do and it stops being fun, maybe first see if there's a different way that you should do it.
Exactly.
Smiley?
Yes, sir?
What do you do for fun?
Oh, I like to dance. I just find that super fun. And I like to hike, and I like to walk, and I like to run, and I like to meet people, and I like to do new things. Oh, and I am not a material person. I'm very much a minimalist, but I like experiences. That is a better gift for me any day over a thing. Just let me go somewhere and try something new. I love it.
I got a guy at work. Every once in a while, he'll go. I'm like, "What are you doing this weekend?" He'll be like, "I'm going on a fun run." I'm like, "The heck is a fun run?" This is when he first told me about this. It's like a 5K, run. We just run for like forever. I'm like, that doesn't sound much fun, man. He's like, it really ain't, but they call it a fun run. I'm like, you need to rename it the Hell Run, or I don't want to be your run. Why fun run? It's not fun.
Well, remember when you were a kid and you just ran because it felt really good?
No, I don't.
Oh, I did. I used to just run because it felt good, and you didn't care what you looked like or anything. I used to be barefoot all the time when I was a little kid. We were outside all the time, and I just used to run for fun, and you didn't care anything, just did it.
The only 2 reasons I would be running when I was growing up was I was trying to beat someone up or I was trying to not get beat up.
Yeah!
Right.
I'm with you, brother. After that, they had bicycles and motorcycles.
Most of the time, the first one.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I don't know. I just heard him go mute and
I saw that.
Try to gauge the face. It's like, okay.
I saw that.
That wasn't a good reaction. Oh, he really broke something. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
this one's good.
Whew. So my phone slid off the shelf above my keyboard and slid down and hitting all the keys on the way. And it hit F12.
Oh.
And so all of a sudden I had all this code on my screen. I'm like, where did the stream go? But I could still hear you guys. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Oh. Open this console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally tried to break it. You know, and that's interesting, Smiley, you bring up, because you're talking about a fun run. Now, like, Crow's talking, I'm more related to what he did. It's like, now I had cars and motorcycles and bicycles, and so it's interesting what people call fun. Now, some people would call, like Dylan saying, you know, running his business. That's his fun. And so it's it gets really interesting to looking at different people's perception of fun. Some people it's hunting, which is, you know, bloody and gruesome and horrible in some ways, and other people think that's great. And so it's interesting. So I'm curious, what is required to classify as fun? Is it chemical endorphins in the body? Is it meaningful for the soul, intellectual? What if you had to pick one common denominator, what would it be to classify as fun?
I already gave my definition, but
Go,
for me,
go for it.
fun is defined is defined by something that I can give all of my mind share to and just enjoy that, and nothing else comes to mind because my mind is always busy. So if there's something that I can just zone out basically and just enjoy that, that's my definition of fun. Because it's just like that's the only thing I'm focusing on. That's the thing that's completely stimulating me at that point in time, and that is the pure definition of fun to me. Okay,
Squirrel.
that's all.
Sorry.
Yeah, that could have been a squirrel action. You're right. You're right. I was actually hinting at Smiley. Okay, so what do you define as fun?
Oh, I missed that. Woo, ran way over my
It
head.
was way over. Like I even pointed.
But coming from me, yeah, that's probably a squirrel action. Like, ooh, look, shiny. Bye bye. But usually I would chase it if it was a squirrel. But ooh, here.
I find it so funny you say that because I remember before you started doing downhome crypto and everything, doing those actions used to drive you so freaking mad.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, his old supervisor Dan, he was the worst at that. You'd be sitting there having a conversation with him, I mean like interacting with him, and then all of a sudden Dan would turn around and start walking the other way. Where are you going? What are you doing? And he just got a random thought in his head, or he saw something and he's like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And drive him insane. So I find that funny that you're doing those actions now and you're making light of it. But about 3 years ago? 3 or 4
Oh, yeah.
years ago?
I'd chase him with a hammer. And you know, I think a lot of that has to do with the situation, and I think that's one thing that you know, kind of like with the topic tonight, it's all about situational. You know, some of these events, if it's not in a serious manner, and you know, certain things want to occur, that's fine in certain areas or certain ways, but then you do it in the wrong ways or at the wrong times, and it's very inappropriate or very destructive. So in something like this, where it's just lighthearted, having fun, it's like, great, okay, you know, it's flies. But when you're telling somebody how to safely perform a procedure so nobody dies, you stop mid-sentence, turn, and walk away. That's a little frustrating, I gotta say, man.
100%. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I find it humorous, the change.
Yeah. But change is required, isn't it?
Cha-ching.
Maybe not required, but inevitable.
Is it though?
Agreed. I think it's not required, but it is inevitable.
Okay, so Crow started this rabbit hole, so we're off the fun. Now we're on the required or inevitable. So, Smiley, is it required or inevitable?
Inevitable. You can fight it, but it actually will hurt you to do so. It's better if you figure out how to change and make the situation work to your advantage as opposed to fighting change. Why is Alpha flashing? I read that and went, whoa, what's he doing? I'm like, look at him.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger, danger.
in danger.
Would you go out onto the beach and try to stop the tide from coming in?
Yes.
Or would you set up your little beach spot above where the tide will rise? Point that I'm making with this is that ocean, the tide's going to come in and it's going to go out. With or without your approval, with or without your consent, it just is, right? Change is really just your perception, right? Because due to the way that we move through time, whatever it changes into just is, right? You can either make it harder on yourself by fighting the shift, the change that will occur, or you can learn from it. Instead of sitting there through the moments being like, why me? Be like, what is this moment teaching me, right? What can I learn from this? So that's my thought on it anyways. But I will say, I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to dip out for now. Y'all have a good rest of the show. Thanks for having me.
Good
You
to
too,
see
Si. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, my man. Go get some food, grub.
Good night.
Peace.
Nice. Sir.
Later, brother.
Bye.
So it's actually funny, because I have to go and pull my meat off, and then get it all barbecued up and throw it back on. So I am going to be getting off too.
That sounds so wrong in so many ways, correct?
Only weird.
Dude.
Isn't this the second time? Last week also, wasn't it? So let me go get my meat quickly. Let me go check on my meat.
No, I think it's the
Right. I'm gonna go whip my meat off. I'll be right back. Like,
Yeah,
wait,
that's
what?
what sounded like.
It's only weird if you make it.
Make it weird.
Right.
Dude, I can make anything weird. Trust me.
I am
I'm an
aware.
ace at making it weird.
Oh, is
You
that
know that.
Well, I hope it tastes good, Crow, and you enjoy it.
Well, I pulled it off a little bit ago, about 2 hours ago, to wrap it in aluminum foil, and it smelled so freaking good.
Ooh, nice.
But I got
Isn't it hard to walk with aluminum foil wrapped around your meat?
Oh, shit.
I had to. Sorry. This is why they don't let me out in public, and I'm locked in a little room. Okay.
It's a good form of protection. I mean,
You want to talk
Okay,
about,
Crow.
oh god, what, I just had it. I lost it.
I never had it.
Ah! I come up with different words, but they're worse words.
Ah.
Talk about childproofing. Not childproofing. I lost it. I keep coming up with worse words. Y'all have a
Okay.
good night.
Good night, Crow. We'll catch you later, brother.
Thanks, Crow.
Thanks.
Good
Bye.
night. Bye.
Yes, Britt. Oh my God, it's a male Longden thing. So inappropriate. Thank you. Thank you very much. Glad I just keep it up with a family logo because yeah, we are absolutely inappropriate in every way, shape, and form. It runs in the family.
And then there were 4. They kill us
Wow.
all one by one. Who's next?
Yeah. Oh, damn it!
What?
I just remembered, Smiley. We were supposed to corner Crow about D&D so he could
Yeah.
kill us off one by one. Urgh. Crow, get back here. He snuck out. We let him do it. Urgh.
Just have someone go grab him by the ear.
I just call him. Call my daughter. Hey, Ray, go get Crow. I'll see him on Discord here shortly, so I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, just ask them when.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll make sure we set that up. But that brings about another great question there, because we had somebody else to hammer down, didn't we, Smiley?
what? No.
I don't know. Did we? Okay. Sure. Who?
Who?
Dylan, you feeling guilty or what, man? You're like, what? Who? I didn't do it. I swear to God, I have an alibi. I wasn't there.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know that feeling. I'm often guilty. I just say, yeah, it was me. I enjoyed it. Is there pictures? Because I missed it. I was too busy, lost in the moment, having fun. No, we were talking, Smile and I were talking earlier today, Alpha, and we wanted to know, we hear you're going to start that streaming adventure, and we definitely want to help support you and get it going. So how can us, the members of Down Home Crypto, our family, back you and support you and get you up and going on your streaming career, brother?
Yes. I first need to
Yes.
sort out my hardware. Yeah, so Unfortunately, that threw a wrench in the works. I think that's the phrase. Yeah, threw a wrench in the works. I'm going to be a little delayed, but I do want to start on X actually. So because it's a platform I'm familiar with, and it's a little easier for me to get things set up on there. Just figure out things over there is a little easier. I actually need to check if StreamYard has like X streaming also. That would be interesting. But yeah, so I spoke to Smiley actually already about the name that I want to go for the spaces, whatever it's called, live streams, whatever it's going to be. State of the Chain. So it's just a name that I came up with Wednesday. I was talking on Telegram. I was like, oh, I like the ring of that, State of the Chain. Let's have a State of the Chain discussion. So it's like, as the name implies, it gives you that whole open-endedness where I can speak about anything related to the blockchain. Can be about people's journey in the blockchain, can be about certain tech in the blockchain, can be about the next airdrop. It doesn't matter because it's the State of the Chain.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Such a fun name.
It is.
That is. I like that. And that opens up a lot of great possibilities. You can bring people in, you can have interviews, things like that, and it's always something blockchain related.
Exactly.
Now, do you see yourself ever veering off of blockchain to maybe something that's not blockchain, like AI or something like that, a coding, to where maybe that could conflict? Do you have to worry about that, or would that be a total separate podcast series?
I would actually make it a completely separate thing. So, obviously I enjoy coding. However, like right now, I don't think I would be able to kind of display it properly in a sense where I could kind of like, stream or maybe make videos on it. So I first need to kind of figure that part out, and then I'll be able to do that too. So I'd want to do that completely separately though, maybe on a YouTube channel. So, or maybe I have a separate X account for that. Just have it completely separate in a sense, and maybe just like bridge the gap a little bit and be like, oh, on my other account, I actually did something blockchain related in my coding, in my last coding video or whatever. So like that's kind of how I see that. And I'd also want to do gaming videos, kind of just like gaming streams or stuff like that, because although I don't play often, I do enjoy a little bit of gaming now and then. And there are some games that I just like, where I can just spin it up and play a game or two, like Rotato. It's a really small game, but it's so well built that it's just something I can be like, I might not have the best specs, but I can still play this game on its best graphics. And it runs so well. It has the smoothest gameplay and everything. So it's just like stuff like that I'd also want to do. Maybe I find a new cool little game that doesn't take you needing the latest graphics card to run, and I'm going to be like, okay, let's make a 30-minute video where I'm playing, or let's go hop on Twitch or something. It's just like, these are the kinds of things that I already have in my brain that I'd want to do because it's just things that I enjoy. I'm not going to do something I don't enjoy. I'm going to stick with only the things that I enjoy and turn that into something I can share.
Good.
There you go. That's the secret. And, I can tell you from personal experience, because, you guys have been with me on this adventure for the last few years now. And Smiley and I were talking about this earlier. I've tried many different things, from meme coin madness to rags to riches. I mean, I continue to try out new things. And what I found is I always transition back to what I have the passion for. But I've also realized, I can share with you, Alpha, is if I try to overextend and I leave my comfort zone or try to do too many things at once, I find that other areas suffer. So perhaps it's one of those where what we can do is partner up in different ways with when you want to do gaming and stuff. We have people like Revenant, like Crow, like myself that actually game, like Dylan, Cyril, all of us are gamers, where we can co-host or help out with that and help you put that together. Where the coding, man, I'm screwed. It's like foreign language to me. It's like, is that Klingon? I don't know.
The nice part with coding is that like it would mostly just be snippets. So it's like, I'm already coding, I'm just going to take snippets and be like, oh, look at this. So it's like,
here's the suggestion. Have you played with OBS Studio?
I have.
Okay. So that's what I use to make all my videos with, and then I take all that and edit in Adobe Premiere Pro. And that's how I add the graphics, the sound effects, and a lot of that. But there's a lot of free programs out there. So anything I can help you with from my experience on recording or editing, camera angles, like whatever you want to do, man, let me know. I'm happy to do it. and where we are utilizing StreamYard right now. You have questions about it, I will make you an administrator in Down Home Crypto, and you can start getting into the dashboard and playing with it. And let's set up a stream for fun. We can do test streams. We can do recording streams that are just to the downloaded file, so it's not even a live stream like right now. You don't have to hit go live; it automatically records it for you. And Brittany, she suggests, Premiere Pro is also what she uses. I agree, Britt. It's great. I got it thanks to Revenant because he got it from a school, so I've just been utilizing it. Thank God I don't have to buy it because I'd be screwed. But I love it. So I know we've got the resources for the video, the recording, that side, and now Smiley, you've got a lot of experience lately on X. How can we transition your knowledge and pass it to Alpha and get him up and going on that?
Whatever you need, Alpha. You can just ask me questions. I couldn't tell you exactly. Yes, and I have a lot of experience on StreamYard as well, so you're welcome to ask me questions on that too. Although I know Alpha's used StreamYard, he's used it for Monstro, so I think he's more familiar with it.
Yeah, I set up streams.
Okay. So it sounds like you've got all the experience, buddy, so what are you waiting for to pull the trigger? Let me ask you.
Do it! Oh, yeah, you need a computer that works. That kind of helps.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hopefully I get that sorted soon. I was actually pricing things, so hopefully I can get that sorted soon. But if it takes too long, I'm just going to run with the laptop as it is right now. Maybe look for a cheap webcam in the meantime. Just to upgrade this visual a little bit because it's quite bad. I would actually wonder if I can use my phone because my phone has a really good camera. It's just like, how do you capture with your phone?
Mr. Swartz is excellent at that. Ask for his advice. He's so good at making these amazing videos with his phone.
Because I know how to code.
So, Alpha, I've got one program. Let me find it here real quick. It's one I utilize to capture my phone and put it into OBS as well. SCRCPY. Let me type that in here. SCRCPY. There you go. Do some Google searching on that, and that allows you to actually plug in your phone, utilize it with a USB connector, and you can run a script. So it's just open your phone to USB tethering, and you can take everything off the screen, whatever you want to do. But there's a lot of different ways you can utilize the things you have. Now, I can tell you, when I first started Down Home Crypto, I didn't have a microphone. I had just a horrible setup with a super cheap, like $30 webcam. It was terrible. And it evolves. And so here's the biggest thing I can tell you, bud, is don't wait until you have everything perfect. First and foremost, get yourself out there. Start working on it. Just do it. And they will evolve in time. And after a couple of years, you're going to go look back at your old ones like, oh my God, that was horrible. What was I doing? That's okay. It means you're growing. It means you're evolving. Yeah. The hardest part is pull the trigger. And look, there you go. Reed is also going to start doing videos again here soon. So we're going to have an entire community of streamers. So, man, you're in the right place, brother. And now she's going to stream with you, too. Ha-ha!
Yay!
Britt, I want to see you do makeup on Alpha. Get his color out.
Oh, yeah. That'll get you all the people. That'll get you all the viewers. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got the sexy hair.
Exactly. Then they're going to be coming for the hair. They're going to be like, ooh, nice hair. Let's go watch that stream.
Hey, we're used to that bald guy, man. You're so much better looking than he is.
Hey, that might be a team. If for any cross streaming stuff, they're going to be like, which team are you on? Team bald or team hair?
And, the great thing is we have so many different gamers and stuff where you could do pretty much constantly. And the biggest thing is I would make a different channel or a different niche, because one of the biggest problems I've run into personally is trying to cross niches. If I try to do like the inspirational videos I did that for a year solid. One video a day. People don't realize that. But I had a whole nother channel and I put those out, and believe it or not, they didn't take off because they were cross-associated with the crypto channel. And so the algorithms and all that said, oh, well, that's crypto-based, so we don't want to give that to the people who would actually enjoy them. And it was really tough. And I had to realize that, no, I need to make a complete separate audience channel Otherwise, the algorithms get very confused on that.
I liked the videos. I thought they were good.
Miss Michelle, I'm going to have to retire to watch all the content. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, don't worry, you won't be bored. With this crazy group, yeah. We're going to keep you going on something. Nothing else, you can always come in and laugh at me. I'm totally cool with that. So, guys, we are about out of time tonight, so we're going to have to wrap this up here in a second. But, one thing I really want to know is sometimes we bring in the more heavy topics, like you were talking, Smiley. Yeah, the evolution or revolution, that's kind of a heavy topic of what's going down in the world. But I hope this has helped all of you realize that you're not alone in this. We all are struggling with different things, and we all have different ways of dealing with it. And so, if there's anything we can do to help you, whether it's you're dealing with the wildfires, there we go, that happened in California, we've got people for that. You want to start becoming a streamer, like Alpha's doing, we got people for that. You want to start setting up business models or have different coding things or whatever it is, I guarantee we have somebody in Down Home Crypto that has you connected. And if you just want to have fun, man, Smiley and I got you covered. We are always there for some crazy fun.
True. It's so funny because my dad actually watched Freaky Friday a couple of weeks ago, and he said, I signed on just to watch you, but I ended up watching the entire show. He enjoyed it. I thought that was great. I'm like, Dad, next time just leave a comment, tell us you're there so we can say hi to you. I don't know if he'll ever do that, but it was nice to know that he enjoyed the show.
Absolutely, and I gotta say, I'm honored that your family would come in and watch this, and I hope all of you out there are watching are enjoying this, and you're hanging with us because you want to be here. And I know none of us are twisting your arm. Obviously, there's no money to be made here. There's just knowledge and fun and family, and good times galore. But also, we have to go down the crazy rabbit holes of psychosis because we're just a lot on the crazy side. And the only thing we ever ask is, hey, pay it forward. Make sure to like and subscribe. Push this out to your friends and family because I guarantee somebody out there needs something to do on a Friday night. And who knows, maybe they need a little bit of support that somebody up here or in the community can help them with.
Exactly, because there's so many ways you can feel isolated, even if you are on different socials and, you've got your phone with you. But it's hard to make connections. You have to be purposeful. So the Down Home Crypto community is a great way because everyone is accepted, everyone's welcome, and there's somebody for everybody, that you can just connect and talk to or just share how your day is going. You don't have to keep it specifically to crypto. I think a lot of people feel intimidated about that. But no, just come talk about your life. We actually want to know.
Right. We really do, mostly because we don't have a life, but hey.
Take yours. Yeah.
Yeah. But, no, and you're right, Smiley, and that's the one thing, that's what Down Home Crypto is all about. We don't care how rich you are, how poor you are, what class you are, what race you are, your educational level, none of that matters to us. All that matters in Down Home Crypto is that you want to improve your life in any way, whether that's streaming, that's education, that's reading books, that's building a business. It doesn't matter. If you're on a journey to grow, man, we're there with you, and we want to help you any way you can. So make sure to click on the link down below, jump to the Down Home Crypto Discord, and beyond that, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to keep bringing you these crazy Fridays until, I don't know, I probably drop dead or somebody fires me. Wait, I got to get paid before I can get fired, right? Isn't that how that works? Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, we're going to keep showing up. I was waiting for somebody to throw a comment. See, I missed Crow and Side because they would have absolutely made fun of me. It's like, wait, you get paid? No, I really don't. And Wildland says, I use Freaky Friday to help work through my stage fright and Toastmasters. There you go.
Yes.
What if people found out how crazy I am? Miss Michelle, I used to think that too. And here's the secret. Yeah. Everybody's crazy, okay?
Yeah.
Not me. Not me.
You're talking to the ceiling, pal. Are you commuting
Not
with
me.
God down there or what? Not me, God! Not me!
You're above him.
Jesus spoke.
Oh, okay.
He said it.
Does that make me God? How does that work? Wait. Okay, now I have an ego.
I'm getting voices in my head.
That's okay. You're just jealous. I'm jealous they talk to you and not to me, so it's okay. Mine haven't talked to me in at least 3 days. I pissed them off. I don't know what I did, but it was bad. Britt says, I bank on being ridiculous in my videos. Absolutely, Britt.
Good.
So, Miss Michelle, don't be afraid that people will find out how crazy you are. I guarantee you, whatever you've been through, there's somebody in the community that has been through something similar. And so, yeah, don't worry about it. We are all here to help each other, whatever it is. That's a crazy guy, crypto guy now. Hey, that's okay.
I love it. That's who I am in my family. I'm the crazy
that's a
crypto
badge of
girl.
honor.
Yeah.
Hail, crazy crypto guy. I'm just flat out crazy, so it's okay. I've always been this way. You can ask Britt. She's a psychiatrist, and I'm certified, so it's okay. Own it! Yeah, I love that. Own it. So, Smiley, take us out, my girl. What do you got for us?
I just wanted to say thanks for coming, everybody who listened and joined us. And you're always welcome every Friday. And if you are a subscriber, you get to actually come up and hang out with us and share your crazy on screen or not, whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, we invite lurkers, we invite people who participate, everybody. Just come hang out with us anytime you want. So thanks for joining us. Serenity, your turn. Wait, other way.
Other way. I was going to let Dylan go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead, Dylan. Take us out, brother.
Does a saying count?
I think so.
Sure, why not?
We both do.
All right. Yeah. Invest in your mind as you invest in your future. Nurture your thoughts, and your finances will flourish, building a foundation for lasting stability and success.
Wow.
I like it. That was deep. Impressive. Very inspirational.
Came prepped this time.
Good man. You're learning. I knew you could be taught. One way or another, I will teach you. Okay, Alpha, what you got for us?
I think I'll leave this week over. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Because sometimes you just need to let it out. You gotta express it. Oh, and on that note, this was actually something that someone sent to me. I suppose it's a meme. How do people not swear? Where does the anger go? How do they show the enthusiasm? What do they stub their toe? Is golly gosh really gonna cut it? I think so.
Well, I don't swear, so yeah, golly gosh does cut it.
What?
It totally does. It's just
Couldn't
whatever you're
be
comfortable
me.
with. Oh, okay.
Could not be me. I mean, you heard how I got up on Saturday. One phrase, and it was enough. It is the most versatile word in the English dictionary. That's all I'm going to say. It's the most versatile. It can express enthusiasm, anger. It can express so many things. It can mean so many things. Just saying, there's like 55 meanings to one word.
Like the Eskimos.
Yes, there you go. Hey, Donald, good to see you, buddy. Thank you. Glad you had a good time here, buddy. And, man, Alpha, I'm with you, buddy. I speak 3 languages. Profanity, gibberish, and bad English. And so, yeah, usually in that order, too.
Yes.
So, everybody, I want to thank you again for hanging out with us Friday night. And, man, whatever you're doing in life, don't let fear hold you back. Just go out, full send it. What's the worst thing that can happen? Honestly, the worst thing is you never try. It really is, because regret is the worst feeling you can have. So whatever it is, go full bore, and whatever support you need, we got your back. Don't worry about it. Love you all. We'll catch you next Friday. Take care,
Bye.
guys. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.